Yeah. But do you think the computers are following nature because that's the way like things work, or do you think the computers are created nature, so that's why nature looks like? So I'm saying it's pretty much a chicken or the egg type of a thing. Like, which one came first? Like, do you think the nature came first? That's why technology, like, because obviously the world works in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about nature came first, then computers are gonna have to run on that basis because that's how the world works already.
Yeah.
Or if computers came first, then it would make obviously the world is gonna work like that because that's what's fucking running.
That's what we know. Yeah. I think it could go either way.
It really could. I have no clue. I'm hoping it's the first one.
Yeah. Well, let's just say that we know now. This in a different reality. We know that we're living in a simulation. Wherever this is all designed by some higher being or whatever. We're plugged in a little matrix cube.
Dude, that shit's terrifying.
Yeah.
That movie scared the shit.
If that happened, then if that ended up to be true, it doesn't really answer any questions because we still don't know what the person that plugged us in was and why they're here and what they are and are they in a simulation, you know? And I know people think that it's possible that, you know, it's just a line down. We create ourselves over and over and over. We mirror what goes on in our own brains and we put it into the real our physical world. And eventually that things that we make will become so complicated and so advanced that they have their own worlds, you know? Yeah.
Well, I think there has to be a start, though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this couldn't be infinite.
Yeah.
Like, there need to be somewhere, if we're in a series of, like, Elon Musk's, like you were saying, these infinite simulations that keep going deeper and deeper and deeper because each new simulation got to the point where they could make simulations and it keeps going and going and going. But then there'd have to be a base world.
Yeah.
Like, but then what's the base worlds? Like,
yeah, what is it? Yeah.
And how to get there.
Because you need material, you need things to create that, you need building blocks.
Yeah. Something had to start it.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to think that computer must have been fucking pumping out.
Yeah.
Because it could support all this.
Yeah. It must have, its hardware must be the size of our universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say something, I forgot what it was. I think about that. Because, like, the Big Bang, you know, they say we started from nothing. But it's impossible. How can you start from nothing? You can't. You know, they say that they came in, you know, the particles came together for some reason. But those particles were out there. You know, where did they come from? So, yeah, is it the chicken or the egg or neither, you know?
That's why for the Big Bang, and you sent me a clip on it, too.
Yeah.
It's like, I loved the Big Crunch theory, too.
Yeah.
Like, it makes so much sense. If the Big Bang Theory was, if we can define, because obviously it's just a theory, we don't even know if that's how it really started. But if the Big Bang Theory's right, because the universe is constantly expanding, but they think it's going to get to a certain point where it's going to go into itself. And then obviously when it all comes into itself, when all that energy finally meets together, that's what the Big Crunch is. And then I think then there would be a Big Bang because everything's coming together. Right? Like when you bring your hand, and then it spanks back out. And spank that ass. Just pops right back, jiggles a little bit.
Exactly. It does jiggle. I think if you're in infinite space, if you think that the universe is infinite and like it has no walls, then there is no center, right? So things are gonna come out from some place.
That's true. There's
and then
no center.
Are they gonna hit each other? Is it a circle? Are they all gonna come around and then go back together?
Huh.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Yeah.
How is space infinite?
I don't know. But if it is infinite, then every possibility and everything that we could ever think of is real.
That is really true.
Because if it's an infinite, then there are infinite possibilities, then everything that you could think of. There's a universe where we're doing this right now, except like
pantless.
What'd you say?
I'm pantless.
Yeah, we're both pantless, and that's our society.
Dude, that could be.
Yeah, and then there's another one that's, I guess if the universe is infinite, then there's another version of this world where we're doing the exact same thing.
And dicks with noses.
Yeah, dicks with noses, or we're just doing this. Yeah. The same exact thing. And we went to Popeyes before, and everything is exactly the same.
And I got a regular chicken sandwich.
Yeah, you got
a spicy chicken sandwich.
Or everything's the same. If it's infinite, then there's infinite versions of
the
this
same exact thing
that are happening.
Dude, that's so hard to comprehend.
Yeah, I don't know if it's it's just a theory. So it's like
Do they think that the universe is infinite?
Some people do. I think it's pretty open for debate because there's no no proof either way.
Yeah, and we're not going to really find out.
Yeah, I don't think we ever will.
Well, at least maybe in our life, probably not in our lifetime.
I don't know if it's ever possible. How would we find out?
I don't think.
Maybe fire an electron or something
Yeah.
out into space, and then if it comes back,
And it's not.
well then it's not.
Dude, I don't know. Because I feel like. Because if energy. I don't know. If energy can't. I'm thinking because nothing can be created or destroyed, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I think that's really a really interesting thing.
Hmm.
So, I don't know. I keep these fucking rubber bands. I'm thinking of a rubber band.
Yeah, elastic.
Yeah, and it's stretching till it gets to a certain point, and then once it reaches that, it either snaps or it comes back together and slaps.
Oh, yeah. What would be the pulling effect? So you're saying that
I don't know.
the
Because
universe,
what's pulling the universe? Why is it expanding?
force, energy. That's the theory anyway. Big Bang crunched down so much that it exploded. I don't know. I don't know anything about physics, but
Because I guess if you get a bomb
yeah,
and it blows up, it pushes everything away from it because the force needs to go somewhere. I mean, the energy needs to go somewhere.
yeah, it needs to go somewhere, right? Yeah, it can't be.
It's not staying still. I'm no physicist, so like I obviously I don't understand this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that was loud.
Yeah, that was loud.
I think I don't know what I think because I don't know.
either.
Yeah, it's
I would love to like. Dude, I don't think anyone does though.
No, I don't think they do. I think different people think they know.
Yeah. That's where you get stuck.
Yeah.
Because when you think you know, fuck, you don't.
Yeah, you don't.
I really
fucking
don't
know.
think anyone knows anything.
No, they don't. They don't. They think things.
You think you know things, but you really don't know.
And if you really think you know something, then you don't know.
You
many
haven't
other
studied
things.
enough.
Yeah, you don't know anything. Yeah.
Even if you think you know something, you haven't looked into it enough.
Yeah, you haven't been confronted with the truth of life yet.
Yeah.
You know that not everything that you think is true, it will at one point become not true.
Fair.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Or you die before you live to see that happen. But, yeah. Infinite possibilities. But yeah, that's interesting. What caused the Big Bang? Was it a?
I think it's always here. I really do think that the universe is an infinite loop of growing, crushing, growing,
Two
crushing.
people come together, something grows out. You know,
Yeah.
that's definitely a.
I think that's that loop. I don't know where the symbol came from, that infinite symbol.
Yeah,
I really like it though.
I like it. Yeah,
Like it's just so.
it's cool. Yeah, I mean a circle does the same thing though, sort of.
Yeah, it does kind of do the same
All
thing.
shapes that you can travel on, I guess, are infinite, but you're gonna pass where you started every time.
But I like the point. What, say again?
So every shape is infinite, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you keep traveling in the same way,
Yeah.
but you're gonna pass where you started
True.
all the time. There's no shape where you're not gonna pass where you started if you trace it over and over.
Yeah.
So that could be some insight into the universe. You know,
Yeah.
things change, things are different all the way until they're not, and then they start again.
Facts, dude. But the point that I like the infinite sign because there's that point of intersection.
Yeah.
Of just like there's one spot.
Yeah.
Like one. Is there someone behind us?
No, this is a flashing light.
Yeah. Flash. Lights. Kanye is so good.
Kanye's a genius.
But yeah, there's that one point. You could like get it down to a literally just one. I don't know the word.
Point's a good word.
Point's a good word. Fuck. It's not the word I'm
One-
looking for. But whatever. One point. And it just connects two things.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could look at it. No, I'd say two. But two, I don't know. It just comes together. There's something cool about that.
Yeah. Yeah, the intersection is interesting.
Because that's the thing about black holes.
Yeah. I don't know anything about black holes.
Dude, I don't either.
Yeah, I bet you know more than me, though.
Dude, it's so complicated. Like, I can't even grasp it because, like, I'm not a physicist.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand it, but, like, I look, but it seems like it's the most massive thing.
Mm.
But it's
like portals.
Dude, that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean.
Like, it's literally the most massive object, but it's small.
Yeah.
Like, they literally just made one.
Yeah, it's so
Dude,
dense.
where did they make? I think it was in Israel. I want to say it was in Israel that they literally, yeah, homies.
Yeah,
They made a black hole.
Yeah, Israel's always messing around with shit like that.
Yeah.
They should be careful with that. But
Dude, that thing could literally crush us.
Yeah, they should chill out.
If there's a black hole, like an actual black hole
I think
next
it's been
to the
done
world.
before, right? The Hadron Collider or something.
Yeah,
that might be the wrong thing.
I don't know. Something. They made it. But, like, if you actually had a black hole next to the Earth, there's a really cool graphic I saw. It would really just fucking set the world on fire and then just...
Yo.
It's crazy.
It's
Look that
crazy.
up. It's actually nuts.
They occur from, like, an immense density, right? Like, when things get so dense. Is that it?
Dude, I think they could also appear, too, just, like, out of the blue. That could be Cap. Can you look that up? Sure.
They appear when like...
Here, come speak in my mic.
So they appear when stars, like, it's like the end of a star's life cycle, that, like, nuclear fusion, it starts to collapse on the core, and then the core just gets so dense that it just starts sucking everything in. That's why it's black. It sucks in light.
Wow.
Sounds like Hooker from before.
Yeah.
Dude, that's interesting. It collapses on itself. Sounds like something we were just talking about.
Yeah. Everything. But what?
The universe.
Universe does.
Collapse on itself.
Collapse and then expand.
Yeah.
I think nuclear energy, or whatever, is something that we should consider a lot.
Nuclear,
just, I don't know what the word would be, radiation, just the fact that that's a truth, a physical truth of our universe that occurs.
Yeah, dude, I just had a weird thought. What if, like, we'll go back to the nuclear fusion, but I just want to say this out before I forget.
Yeah, go ahead. Definitely.
What if the black holes, because it's like a star condensing, and you know how it's so massive and so dense. What if, like, that collapsion creates, like, a new universe inside, and that's why it's so dense? You know? Like, wouldn't that...
White hole is.
Yeah, the white hole's on the other side of it.
White hole is a theory that it... So the white hole theory is, it's like, it's an opposite side. So, like, the creation of a black hole, it simultaneously creates a portal white hole that, in theory, if you go into a black hole, you pop out a white hole.
Do they think that you could survive that?
You get spaghettified if you go through a black hole.
Do you?
Yeah, your body can't withstand it.
Can your soul, though?
I think so, because if it's pure energy, I think it would be able to survive. And if your soul can't, this is another thing. Your soul, I don't think it's divisible, so it can't be broken.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be separated. It can't be flicked. So I do think it could go through a black hole.
Can your soul be defined by space, physical space, where it is? So if it's in a black hole, it won't change. You're saying it won't change at all. Can it be transported? You know, can it be?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like, I thought, like, because I was thinking, like, well, if their souls are real, how do we have a growing population? And then I thought, what if? Okay, if the universe is huge, infinite, why does my soul just have to be on Earth? Why can't I be on Uranus?
Yeah.
Or in Uranus? So many
I can tell you why you can't be there.
That's my no square. But, like, why can't I be in a universe millions of miles, jillions, kabillions miles away? Why am I contained just
maybe
here?
You could. Maybe because your soul is in your physical body. So I was talking to someone, my friend Danelle, the other day, about sort of the same. We were talking about simulation or whatever. That's sort of like a hot word when you say simulation. People are like, oh, okay, but like, I guess to say not base reality. What if like our souls, what we call our souls and our consciousness, is like the higher form of our being, or we're a higher form, and that's what we are. Right? You know, we're not contained in a physical world, and you know, maybe we did something wrong, or we're in a prison.
Dude.
You know, like they've trapped our soul into a prison for wrongdoing, and that's why our world is so chaotic. But we know what it should be, but we just can't. You know, because
makes sense. It's like our own purgatory.
Yeah.
But I think about that.
We came here to learn a lesson.
Exactly. Yeah. And if I always play around with the idea that, and it still kind of sticks with me. Like, what if, like, you're right. When you die, you keep coming back until you figure
Oh.
the fuck out.
Oh,
You know, if you're a
Yeah.
shitty person, like, and you do wrong, like, oh, see ya, send you back.
Yeah.
But until you can reach the point of goodness,
yeah.
of like just and rationality, that's when you could like go to heaven or whatever the next phase or wherever peace is.
That would be really unfair.
Would it though?
Yeah, because we only know what good and evil is to ourselves, and hasn't always been constant. It hasn't always been the same. So to put people into this world and to decide what's good and evil, that's innately human, good and evil.
I think you're right for that, saying that it is human. We give names to good and evil.
Yeah.
But I think there is a natural law of things.
Yeah.
You know, I do think there's like a nature of what is just and unjust, but I can't define it.
So would you say like maybe like destruction is bad and creation is good?
Not even that. I think my limited, like, because it does take a lot, and it could be, I think when you harm another person or another being
Yeah.
in any way, I think that's bad or
Yeah.
unjust. And I think things that are filled with love and like have the intent of love in it, that's what makes things just. And things that don't have that, I think, are unjust.
Okay, so it's about intent.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
me, I think.
Well, I mean, love is something that most humans can experience. I guess maybe like 0.001 psychopaths can't, but that would be something that's innately something you're born with, and the nature part of who we are. And that could be sort of a sign, sort of a reminder of what we need to do here. Yeah.